Okay, so I'm 40. Part 10. I want to circle back to the sacrificial love thing that I brought up earlier. Love and generosity don't have to be deeply sacrificial in order to be valid. One of the things that I really struggled with for a long time was this idea, like the way that I was raised within the church, within the variety of things that led to some questionable views on how the world works, was this idea that like you had to make a deep and like painful sacrifice in order for your love to be real. It's an incredibly invalidating thing actually when you think about it, especially when you are a loving person and you do loving, generous things, whether naturally or you have to train yourself to do it. I've definitely had to do some retraining on what I thought of as generous in particular and how I approached it, because coming from a little bit of a starvation mentality, it's pretty hard to like be generous with others when you really aren't sure that you'll ever have enough for yourself. But this idea that if it isn't hurting you, it's not actually good is something people can use against you to hurt you so that you think, oh, this must be love because it hurts me to give to this person. Clearly, what I'm doing is loving. And in reality, a lot of times that's just a mask for taking from people, for hurting them, and there's no love being exchanged there. Somebody's just being used. So be very careful when it comes to sacrificial love. Obviously, sometimes you do want to sacrifice, you do want to give, and that can be a very good, deep, wonderful thing, but it's not a prerequisite for love. And if anybody is pushing on you that idea that if it doesn't hurt, then it's not real love, I would be cautious with that, because it, in my mind, is now definitely a big red flag and something to look out for when it comes to the topic of love, generosity, and relationships.